Nerd alert.
Nerd alert?
Nerd alert.
Or nerd alert.
Like nerd alert, but in a nice way.
That's funny.
We like it.
World War III. Maybe I could have stopped it. If I just ran a little faster. Faster! The Speed Force allows both of us to bend the laws of physics using super speed. He can travel through time.
You're suggesting that he changed something in the past?
That changed everything. It's crazy. My mom's alive. You're Batman. And Diana and Arthur are about to start World War III.
You'd be amazed the monsters this world can create.
I'm with Jay Oliva, and he is the director of Justice League, the Flashpoint Paradox. Now, this is based on a recent Jeff Johns book, and it's a lot of these movies, they're all great, but not many of them are very recent. What went into that choice?
I think because of the fact that Bruce Timm is going to be taking a little bit of a break and developing his own stuff, and James Tucker taking over the helm of producing, I think DC thought, you know, this is a good way for us to kind of maybe, instead of doing more classic adaptations that we've normally been doing, is why don't we try something a little bit more contemporary, something that's more in line of what comics are today.
So you've cast so many of DC's movies, and a lot of these actors are very well-known live-action actors. What goes into casting someone in one of these roles?
Well, the thing about casting someone who works on camera is I've seen them act. I've seen their work. So I know they're good actors, and that's really what I'm about. I need to find good actors. We don't do a lot of character voices in these pieces. They're much more acting with your own voice. And so there are many people that I worked with on this piece that I've known for years, like Cary Elwes. We were together on Pinky and the Brain 20 years ago. And so everybody knows what a fine actor he is. So that was kind of just, let me just find the role for him and bring him in to do it.
So without giving too much away, this is a different Aquaman than maybe most people are used to.
Yes.
He's a lot more intense. He's not the Aquaman you grew up with as a kid.
He's not the super friends
No,
Aquaman.
he's going through a lot of issues, a lot of personal issues, you know. He's having issues with his ex, and they got into kind of a spat, just a little spat.
I like the way you put this.
Just a little spat.
You murdered my wife, Diana.
She tried to assassinate me, Arthur. I was protecting myself.
Yet you wear her helmet like a trophy.
No, a warning.
We'll see.
Does he have an American accent, or what would you give him?
Yeah, no, Aquaman's American. I may be
Or
born
Atlantean.
in England. Atlantean, you're right.
Yes.
I don't know. No, we didn't.
Because I don't know what ocean that is.
Well, you know where Atlantis is, right?
Do you?
It's yeah, it's in Greece, isn't it?
I
Isn't
don't
it in
know.
Santorini?
I thought it was
It's
a sunken lost city.
sunken below Santorini is where most of the historians believe it is.
Okay.
So he'd probably be Greek, but we decided not to go Greek. You know.
No offense. None of you clowns are smart enough to pull this off.
You're quite right, of course, Flash. I knew using these morons would put you off your guard. Hey! They're motivated by greed. They lack the commitment, the absolute focus.
To kill me.
Erase you.
All right, we are here with C. Thomas Howell, a.k.a. Tommy, a.k.a. Thon, Professor Zoom, Reverse Flash. That's a lot of pseudonyms. It really is.
Yeah.
This is a character that we don't normally see very often in animation or anywhere in the movies, television. What was it? What did you try to bring to the character? For a lot of people seeing him for the first time.
You know, for me, playing the bad guy is just, you know, the real trick behind it is just finding the humanity and finding the things that people can relate to and really what drives them. And, you know, I didn't really want to overstate how bad he is or you know, really play him with a grudge. I just had a lot of fun, and, you know, I think most bad guys are really misunderstood anyway.
Most well done bad guys.
Indeed, you know, and I think my favorite bad guys are generally understated and underplayed.
So is he understated and underplayed?
Whether it's Hannibal, you know, whether it's Rutger Hauer, there's some really great actors that taught me a lot, and you know, I played a bad guy in Criminal Minds a few years ago called the Reaper, that I had a lot of success with, and I brought some of that into Zoom.
We're here with Superman, Sam Daly, and he comes from a line of Supermen. Was it hard to make the character your own after just years of knowing that your father had done the voice a certain way?
You know, I didn't try to think about it too much. I didn't try to put that much pressure on myself, because if I tried to you know, imitate him or emulate his Superman, then that would be almost impossible. But you know, he gave me some good tips and pointers, just saying to be myself and put my own twist on it. And so I went in, you know, confident that I could do that.
That's gotta be incredible, like one Superman telling another Superman how to be Superman.
It's incredible, but now I mean, I have all this pressure to have a son so that he can be Superman and have a third generation.
Or you could have like a Kara.
Exactly, Zor-El. But so yeah, so it was great. It was really good.
This is the new 52 universe, and so all the things that I wanted to do differently, like if you notice the action in this is going to be very different. We try to do a lot of very anime feel to it, because that's my thing. So with the new 52, I wanted to kind of interject a new kind of action feel to the overall you know, DC universe.
I knew that the art design was somewhat influenced by anime, but I didn't know it would also be the action.
Oh, also the action, very much too. I went to Tokyo was it 2 years ago? And I came back and I saw, I saw a couple Japanese anime movies out there, and I just like, this is amazing. I was like, why can't we do this here in America? And so I had this big meeting with my crew. I'm like, hey guys, I know, I mean, I'm always trying to push the envelope in terms of action, but I said like, let's go even more crazy, because I'm seeing what the Japanese are doing, and it's phenomenal. Let's try to keep up with those guys. You know, those guys are my kind of like pace car. You know. Did
you make Cyborg humongous and also like take down a whole city?
Oh, I don't know if you take down a whole city, but yeah, we did make him quite big.
Is it a hard balance to put in your input versus maybe Jeff Johns or someone who's right here?
You know, I think one of the nice things about the DC universe, at least here at Warner Brothers, is that they leave us alone for the most part. You know, a lot of the times I bounce my ideas over through James Tucker, and James already knows what Alan Burnett and of course Jim Krieg, the writers, have in mind. So sometimes he'll say, oh no, we're doing it because of this, or hey, that's a good idea, maybe let's try to do that. And it's really, I just have to just please James, or in Bruce Timm's, in the case of Dark Knight Returns, I just be like, hey Bruce, is this cool? Because I'm thinking about that, and as long as they give me the thumbs up, then I can do it, which is great, you know. As long as I have a rhyme and reason for what I do, then, you know, and I also like slip them a 20 every now and then.
Oh yeah, that doesn't hurt.
Of course.
You know, whatever. It's just a gift.
Yeah.
All right, well, very cool. Thanks for talking to us.
No problem.
Can't wait
Nice
to
seeing
see
you
it.
again.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you.
Thank you.